Turn around! Come here!
Been dragged into the dogfight. There's good news and bad news. Bad news, yeah, we've been dragged into it. Welcome back to Sunday League. Here's our very distinguished warm-up, as you can see. Towel into Oscar. Here we go. Boom. Great finish. Today's the first week of finals. So what that means is, I think we're the only country in the world that does it. You have 8 teams in a league. It gets split in half. And then you have 4 teams at random put in one pot, and 4 teams at random put in another pot. They play in a mini league. Whoever tops the league, both go into the grand finals. I've never seen anything like it. Australia's the only country that probably does that fucking stupid shit. So technically, if you finish 8th out of 8 teams in a regular season, and you go into this round robin, you win your 3 games, you go into the grand final, you win it, you're the competition champions, when you should have been relegated in reality. So, yeah, it's like Luton win the Premier League with 35 points. That's how stupid it is. Anyway, I digress. It's our last ever game at the Fortress for the season. Quite emotionally. I didn't even clock that till then, and you can probably visibly see I'm a bit shaken by that news. Turbo, how do you feel about that, man? It's our last game at the Fortress for the year.
Sad, dude.
Sad. What about you, Dave? There was a comment in Spanish asking how you spell your name in Spanish. How do you spell it?
Same way, mate. Exact same.
Is Jacobo de Villa Rodriguez?
Yeah, that one. That's the one.
It's got quite the accent for a Spanish fella. Anyway, these guys finished 6th. We versed them in the last episode. We're versing them again. We versed them 5 days ago. Very exciting stuff. So, and here's H. How are you, H? I dropped H home at 2:30 last night. How are you, man? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, you right? He's got alcohol rash as well.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
As expected.
Unbelievable, he didn't know that. Alright, first thing of note, we know what we can do with them. We've gotten rid of them twice. However, there is nothing to be more scared of than a man who's got nothing to lose. So, from the get-go, I mean, everyone to be on. Listen, we can't wait to the 89th minute to win this fucking game, right? We need to be on from the start. Moving the ball around was key in our victory over them the other night. So, this is how we're going to line up to start today. We're going to go with Ollie at the back, Sneeze at left back, Turbo Tom, Peter, Norrie DM, Burjo left mid, Davo at the 10, James on the right, me and Corn up front, Ned, Vuj, H, Byron on the bench.
Yeah, so it's good bench.
Boys.
Great. Solid
background every time you're on the bench. Has anyone got any other words to say? Any other notes from the other night we need to take into account?
I reckon we'll get it done pressing early.
Yeah.
Pressing together.
Intensity from the start.
Redbacks on the road. 1, 2, 3. No.
Hey, G, call it. Come on, man. You got it. 1, 2, 3. Redbacks!
Redbacks.
Shit, man.
I just wasted so much energy doing that.
Welcome back to Sunday League. Into the first week of finals we go, and my God, do I have a dramatic game. But before we get into the dramatic game, I just want you to drop a comment below on any upgrades or ideas you'd like to see, whether it's 6-a-side that's coming up for us, or whether it's next year in the Sunday League content, as we are into the final rounds this year. Whatever you'd like to see, whatever upgrades you'd like to see, just comment below, because I'm very interested in what the people want to see more of. Now, we get a throw in 20 seconds in, kickoff glitch hasn't worked, and speaking of glitch, there's James Esterhusen taking a tumble, and speaking of another glitch, I end up 5 metres offside, and unfortunately Ben doesn't find me there, even though I was. Now they get a free kick here on the edge of their box. This bloke's going to send it. Look at this. Holy shit, off it goes, and it's going to come bouncing down, and as you'll see, Turbo's going to G-check this fella. He's going to, yeah, not around here. Puts a shoulder into him. That's nothing, it's inconspicuous. It's a shoulder check. The referee's called a penalty. As you can see, Talus's reaction right here. So I go, no way that's happening. So I come bounding over. Shout out to him if you know who I'm talking about. They came bounding over, and I go, speaking to the referee, he wasn't having a bar of it. This referee's going to play a big role in this game today, and if I speak anymore, I'm in big trouble. This guy's praying, and will his prayers be answered? You let me know. Unfortunately, Ollie intercepted them. Great save, Ollie. Seriously, great save. He watched the chest as we told him, as Dario taught him, and what a penalty save it is. Look at this. He's going to go left. No, he's going to go right, and there goes Ollie too. Wow, great save, and shout out Sneeze for the clearance. Well done, mate. Well done. Now, into the 7th minute we go. I've got my back to goal here. Peter Crouch, Andy Carroll. I'm going to swing it back into James Esterhusen, who's going to go for a Trivella from that angle. A Trivella, I repeat, a Trivella. Shout out Quaresma. That's the only other bloke I know that would try that from that angle. Now, another long ball from the edge of their box. Right back rusher from Pete, and Ollie miscommunicated, and there's Turbo doing his best 2014 David Luiz against Colombia impression. Off the line and over the bar. Seriously, Seriously, Turbo, what a clearance that is. Unbelievable. The most important Turbo to a team in Australia right now is Tom Hunter to Blacks and Redbacks, not Tom Trebojevic to Manly Seagulls. Now, we got a ball into the box here. He headers it into Burjo's head. Burjo's going to get in front of his man here, and he's just going to wait for the contact. Now, that gets called a penalty. Am I going to say it's a penalty? Probably not. But as you'll see, Burjo there, he's very adamant on he wants the ball. I go, yeah, whatever, man. You earned the penalty. That's law of football, you know. You earned the penalty, you get to take it. Unfortunately, cameraman Seb, he is new to the job. He does miss it here, just as Burjo missed his shot. But lucky for you guys, we have 2 angles. I know. Production value through the roof around here. Unlucky Burjo, you'll get him next time, brother. These things do happen. Emu were very happy about it. Now, here's Norrie getting bodied. Yeah, you're not going to see that often, man. That's Brexit Norrie getting bodied. I know. I can't believe I said that. Now, all-age 3's Byron playing up. He misses one from about a metre out here, and the other all-age 3's thought, we're going to start drinking because of that, because we need to make up for the morale here. So, well done to the all-age 3's drinking beer. Shout out Big Rootsy in the middle there. Took a tumble in our first game of the season in a pre-season friendly with him, and by God, he's a good footballer, number 71, that Big Rootsy. And you might remember Ryan O'Keefe in there as well for his winner against Emu Plains earlier in the season. Unfortunately, he hadn't played 3 games for us. He'd only played 2, so we weren't able to use him in finals. Now, Corn's going to go one way and the other, shifts it to the outside of his right, and the keeper stands tall and big and makes a great save, and it's locked in at 0-0 half an hour in. Now, Emu, you're going to get the ball here. We're kind of failing to deal with it. We're just putting it up in the air. I get dragged out of midfield. Self-admittedly, I get dragged out of midfield here. There's a massive gap. It falls to their central midfielder here. He sees Ollie a bit off his line and has it, and what a goal it is. But how is subdued to the celebrations? Like, personally, if that's me, I'm running to the corner flag and I'm kicking it. Maybe that's because I'm a Tim Cahill and Jamie Vardy, Stan, I believe they call him. But yeah, I don't know, man. I just feel like I'd be sprinting to the corner and 2 foot in the flag. But yeah, have a look at this. I get dragged in by the big bold fella there, and they're going to play it into the middle. Tallis is going to get dragged out, which creates a problem, and Ollie's a bit off his line, and he's going to have it from out there, and what a hit it is, son. Got a bit of knuckle, got a bit of dip, very, Yaya Toure-esque, I would say. A very, very special goal. Now, I'm going to let this one play out on audio for all of you. Now, I just want you to take note of someone quickly. This guy here. We don't like snitches around here. The craziest part about this is we're in Western Sydney Sunday League and we're seriously stopping the game and snitching to the ref that someone has a nose ring in. The best footballers in the world used to wear jewellery, and we're getting to a point now in Western Sydney where people are like, can we stop the game please, he's got a nose ring in. Anyway, here goes Corn, and out of all the penalty calls this game, I think this one was probably had the most merit in my opinion. There was a hand in the back, he was from behind. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying it is a penalty, I'm just saying it had the most merit. Anyway, we move on in the game. I'm going to get the opportunity to send one in the mixer, so I'm going to do exactly that. Now, they're going to clear it here, and have a look at this. It sounds like Rust. I don't know if you guys ever played COD, but it sounds like that Rust map. That's what it just reminded me of. And I was never very good at COD. I wasn't very good at any video game besides FIFA, to be completely honest with you. But Rust was one of my favourite pastimes. And have a look at this for you. What are the odds of that? I think we should have been allowed to play on as well. Let me know what you think if we're allowed to play on if you get a wicked rebound like that. Nonetheless, into the 45th minute we go. Into half-time, basically. We're going to get an opportunity here. The ball's going to come to me on the edge of the box, but before it does, he's going to call half-time. Been dragged into the dogfight. There's good news and bad news. Bad news, yeah, we've been dragged into it. Good news is we always seem to find a way out of it this season. There's a few ways to find our ways out of it. If you haven't fucking noticed, they're a fair bit older than us. So we need to move the ball on the ground and wide. We need to play the ball on the floor. We're playing every high ball into the one that wins every fucking header I've ever seen on a football pitch against him. I played against him 3 years in a row. He doesn't lose headers and we keep sending it to the fucking thing. Send it the other way, boys. Right? Other thing, heads up, we will get them. We just got to apply pressure and intensify the game. We've got to tire them out. Is there any other notes from anyone else?
Just move more.
Just gotta use that.
There's a bit of a space between the midfield and the defence.
You don't have to run that much. You're fucking pinging it. It's fucked.
No, not this half. Not this half.
Don't let this be the game where we fucking look back and the first season we filmed everything fucking. Don't let it be that.
And talk. No one's talking out.
Yeah.
Fucking just keep talking.
Give me everything you got for 45. As long as we get the win today, then we're still in it. Everything we've got for the next 45. Welcome to the second half. Now, before we get started, last week we made this post off the YouTube comments we copped of teams that would like to verse us in a friendly. I'm going to give you another opportunity. If you didn't comment last week and you're watching this week, just to comment your team below, and all you got to do is send me a photo of your team on Instagram, and I'm putting a post together later this week. Now, we move on in the game. The ball's going to fall to Jacobo de Rodriguez. He's going to get a Travella into Korn in the mixer, and within 5 minutes, we've got an early goal, and we go 1-0 up. There's Korn celebrating in the face of this defender, and as you're going to see in this game, they do not get along at all. They don't get along at all, and that's just how things are. Korn didn't know much about it, but all that matters is it went in, and there he is celebrating in his face. Will karma come back to bite him? I don't know. You be the judge of that, because karma's a very subjective thing, isn't it? Now, as I said, they don't get along, so Korn's going to go shoulder to shoulder. He's going to win that one there, and he's going to go down the line. He's going to cut back in. He's going to win that one there. Unfortunately, the ball gets stuck under his feet. He's going to lose that one there. This bloke pushes him. Now, I think that's fair. Like, he just pushed him. We're men. That's fine, and he cops a yellow for it, and Korn copped a yellow for it as well. I think that's I don't think they're yellows. I think that you can just push people and it can be okay. You know what I mean? Anyway, here's Korn again. As you'll see, shoulder to shoulder. That's a big effort from a small fella, the hottest crop of them all, Korn. And as you can see, the ball gets stuck under his feet here, and then they start giving it to him. Fair enough. It's football, ladies and gentlemen. And they're going again. Look at Korn, man. He just dumbed back down, does he? And he's stepping out to put his shoulder into him, which was called a foul on Turbo in the box as a penalty. But if it's outside the box, it's not a foul at all. Let me know how that method works in your head. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, as you see here, look at this. This is a great battle, man. And he was Emu's best player by far. But yeah, if you want to speak about battles, best speak about Korn and the big fella from Emu. Seriously, it wasn't letting down. And here he goes putting a shoulder into Corny. And Corny's crying wolf. Korn, don't do that, brother. If you're going to cop a shoulder, you put one right back into him and see where that takes you. Anyway, into the 55th minute we go. Emu, they're going to get a cross into the box here. And unfortunately, Ned's going to take a big swing in it. He's going to send it right up in the air. And the fellow who scored from 40 is going to get the chance to hit a volley. And I think he's torn his quad. Reach out, brother. You scored a great goal, and I'd hate to see you leave the game early from those circumstances there. Nonetheless, into the 58th minute we go. Sneeze is going to get a big boot on it. It's going to fall to Korn. And one man you needed to fall to is Jacobo de Rodriguez. And look at him go. And he's going to put on his left peg. You want to know something insane about Davo? Jacobo de Rodriguez, for my Spanish listeners and commentators here. If you want to know something insane, Davo the other day said to us on the bench, I know Davo was on the bench, that's probably a problem, isn't it? But Davo goes, I feel like I got really good at my left this year. I don't really use it often. That's like all his goals are on his left foot. That's what's insane to me. And he's going, yeah, like I'm not left footed, I'm not ambidextrous. And that's what happens when you play in Spain, you know? That's what happens. Nonetheless, here's Ollie having a lag moment.
Don't pick it up, keep your body, control it with your hand.
I don't know what the fuck Ollie heard. I don't know what he was listening to. I don't know what he was thinking. And then he just stands there just thinking, I know what he was thinking. I'm thinking, fuck, if we can see it here, Fax might actually rip my head off. But we didn't, Ollie, so I'm not going to rip your head off, man. And unlucky to you. Sometimes we all lag, and that's just life. Now sing it with me. Give me a right back from Russia. He's 5 feet, and we call him Pete. Unfortunately, Pete was copping one today. Here he goes to have a big swing through the ball. Oh, God, he's missed. And who's going to clean it up for him? My other Russian fullback. Here's Talis coming across from Dagestan to Australian borders. Well done, Tao. Great clearance there. Now we move on in the game into the 67th minute. Here's me copping another yellow. I'm going to get dragged into the press. I'm just going to be in this fella's back. He does a great job of guarding the ball, and I'll just push him at the end of it, and unfortunately it's a yellow. Let me know if you think it's a yellow. You'll see from this angle here. I personally don't think it's a yellow, but what I'm more interested in for you guys is what happens after this. So as you can see, Ben's going to get in front of the ball here. Watch number 8. He's going to take off from the ball, and he's going to put his hand in Ben's back, and then Ben's going to turn around. As you can see there, hand in the back, and Ben's going to turn around and push him, and he goes down for a dive. I'm Italian. I know a dive when I see one. Unfortunately, it's not pretty, is it? And it's right there on camera. Now, here's the Sunday League VAR, and there's the referee there with his sunnies on. I wonder where he got those sunnies from. Do you reckon he got them from Cotton On? Do you reckon he got them from ASOS? Like, where do you reckon he got them from? I hope he didn't get them from Sheen. We don't like Sheen around here. I just wonder where he got his sunnies from. I thought they were quite cool. But anyway, both Korn and the Emu Plains midfielder get a yellow here, and they shake hands and get on with it. The beauty of football. Do I think that's a yellow? Not particularly, but if that's how you want to game manage as a referee, then power to you, brother. Seriously, power to you. Now, we're going to move on into the game, into the 71st minute. They're going to get a free kick into the box. And as you can see, these free kicks are the bane of our existence. It's going to fall into the box here. Sorry for the camera angle changing. No one's marking at the back post. It goes straight into the mixer. It becomes a shit fight. And then boom! Wow, what a goal! What a goal! Seriously, why aren't you guys celebrating as well, man? If I hit that once again, I'm taking out the corner flag. I'm running straight into the St. John's bush and doing a front flip. That's me personally. I don't know how to contain myself if I do something that cool. That's just my opinion. There's Pete misjudging the ball. Shout out to you, Pete. These things definitely happen. And, you know, it's just a part of football. But here it goes. Boom! Oh. What a goal, man. What a goal. And just, like, don't you just want to sprint, like, just as soon as you hit something like that? That's just me. That's just me. Anyway, a minute later off this kickoff, we get a corner, and it almost goes in. Here I am, almost getting a knock onto it, and then you get rid of it, and it's 2-2. So tensions are very high. Tensions are very high at this point. And here is, I think, the most merit for a penalty in the game. Tao kicking through an Emu Plains leg. He didn't think it was a penalty, so power to him. Into the 76th minute we go. I'm staying up front. Some would disagree with that, but here goes Jacobo de Rodriguez, my striking partner. Unfortunately, he takes a bad touch, but he doesn't lose possession of the ball here, so he's going to find Korn. Korn looks into the back post. There I am. I'm going to take 3 touches in front of goal. You want to speak about composure? Not at all. I'll shit myself, and I got smacked as well. I didn't get up for like a whole minute, man, because I thought I did my ankle again, to be honest with you. I had PTSD. I thought, holy shit, I'm back at Summer Haze on the 28th of April, 2024. Oh, God, I was panicking. And look at that ball from Korn there. Jacobo de Rodriguez in full flight. Shout out Spanish Airlines. Wow, well done, Davo. And he maintains possession there. Look at the ball from Korn here. And as you see, just a big fella at the back post, just hungry to score. Yeah, 3 touches. And there we go. And shout out to the Emu boys, man, because the one who hit me, he straight away was recognised like, puck, I could have just killed this big fella here. His ankle got caught right up in there. But luckily, my ankle was all right, if you were wondering. Nonetheless, I just want to raise to you, we're into the 80th minute now, basically, and here's H coming on. That's third choice left back H-Train coming on in the 80th minute. Isn't that insane, man? Shout out to him. Now, the ball comes into the box here. They're going to get a header to the front post. We fail to deal with it, and they get a shot. So the onslaught from Emu's coming. That's what this next segment is about. It's an onslaught from Emu, so I'm going to give credit where credit's due. They did not give up. We're into the 85th minute now. This guy almost goes past the keeper, and somehow, in some weird way, that's called a foul. Do I agree with it? Not at all, but that's what it was called. So we're into the 87th minute now. They're going to get a ball into the mixer here, and as you can see, it's going to cause us problems. It's going to bounce, and it almost bounces over Ollie's head, and there's a high foot in there. It's not called. That's fine. These things do happen. Now, into the 88th minute. Watch this. They're going to get the ball here. I'm going to maintain or intercept possession. I get kicked. I turn around. I wasn't very happy with the referee that I got kicked. Tao's going to miss his clearance, and it's going to go out for a corner. That was the first incident of an otherwise shocking domino effect. Now, into the 88th minute here. They're going to get a ball into the box, into the mixer. As you can see, it comes in. We deal with it. Pete, he misjudges the ball here. So there, Emu get the chance to get a ball into the box. Here they are. They're going to get a ball into the box. It gets cleared, and then it gets cleared by myself. Look at this for a transition. Wow. Now, they get a throw in. Watch Tallis closely in the middle. That's called a penalty. In the 90th minute, at 3-2 up, that's called a penalty. Tallis pushes the bloke. Here's a replay. That's called a penalty. In the 90th minute. That was called a penalty. I honestly couldn't believe it, so I was doing my best to get on the penalty spot and just be a pest. Let me know what you think, man. If you think that's a penalty, let me know why you think that's a penalty, especially in the context of the game. But that's just me. Anyway, here's me telling Ollie, just watch his chest, see what happens. And, Emu gets to take the penalty in the 90th minute. The fellow who scored the first goal steps up to take it. Obviously got a bit of composure about him. And it's 3-3. And there goes the full-time whistle. It's hard to believe that was the last kick of the game, and that was the penalty that earned it. But hey, we move on. This is football. This is life. Football's not always fair, and but as much as it takes is as much as it gives. So, what a beautiful game it was.
Yeah, well done, Ref.
Welcome back. Shit, man.
Redbacks have been robbed.
I haven't even. Yeah, shit, we've been robbed, man. My house has never been robbed, but my football club has. Shit, man. It's the softest penalty I've ever seen in my life, given away in the 90th minute to equalise the game.
That was so clever. You could tell. You fucking went to kick it out for
What do you do?
throw it.
I'm just glad to have a referee. I said to the boys beforehand, like, the teams we're going to verse, I would just want to get up against us. So we're not out of it, but all we got to do is win the next 2, and we go through. So as long as we win our next 2, we can go through because we finished above Emu on the table. So, oh well, it's good entertainment for the people, I suppose.
That was the most clapped game.
Harley played 5 minutes today.
Yeah, some guy shook my hand and goes, "Great 5, mate."
So you started to throw it in the soft earth.
We'll see you next week.
Living and working on the land.